Did they spell it right?
Yes, perfect.
Before I mess it up, this is Dr. Concrasia. Did I say it right?
Yes, perfect.
Yes! And Lauren with a long last name. I appreciate you all coming today. Thank God that we're here today. We're going to get started with sort of like a timeline on what's all has been transpiring. I know you probably thinking something's going to happen today that ain't going to happen. I don't know where you get the news from. But we're going to kind of break it down to you like we did our team. And it was so wonderful seeing the team yesterday. My God, it was so darn wonderful. Bucky compiled a wonderful video to let them know every step of the way so we wouldn't have to explain every detail, but it was phenomenal. I wish we could show you all that same video. It was extraordinary. I think Bucky's going to put it on his YouTube channel soon after this. But let's get started. Let's kind of give them, let's walk them through. Can we do that? Is that okay with you all? That we walk you through? Let's go, Law.
Okay, so as you guys know, Coach has his other health issues, his vascular stuff. So every year, Coach goes for a CT scan of his vascular pattern to make sure, the blood clots are away. So with this scan, everything turned out really great from the vascular side. About 2 weeks later, we get a text from his primary care doctor that said, I need to talk to you and Coach. We need to refer you guys to a urologist. So about 3 days later, we go see a urologist. They go in for a quick procedure. The urologist told us, hey, within 10 minutes, I can tell you guys if he's gonna need another procedure or if we just need to do these follow-up appointments. And the doctor told us, okay, you guys are going to need another procedure. I'm gonna refer you to my colleague, Dr. Concrasia. But at this point, you have a bladder tumor. And from there, we'll go get it removed, and then Dr. Concrasia, it was, go ahead.
Yeah, so we proceeded with removal of the bladder tumor. It showed a very aggressive,
Let's go backwards because you guys gave me options that scared me to death.
Oh, well, once we knew.
We'll get there.
I'll
get there.
Okay, I'm sorry.
We removed the tumor. It was very high grade, invading through the bladder wall, not into the muscle layer, something we call very high risk, non-muscle invasive bladder cancer. So we did discuss options. We discussed some options of treatment in the bladder, and we discussed bladder removal as well. Given his commitments to his family and to the team, elected to undergo a bladder removal. We performed a full robot-assisted laparoscopic bladder removal and creation of a new bladder. And I am pleased to report that the results from the surgery are that he is cured from the cancer.
You can clap, it's okay. Rick was aware of what was transpiring, and he's been A1 and down there, just a blessing. Came to Texas to see me as well. But this was not an easy task because it was a changing kind of a lifestyle. And with Lauren and I coming from Jackson, this is how many surgeries?
As of from 2021, this is surgery number 14.
Surgery number 14. I had more surgeries out of the game than I did in the game. Like, what is going on? So, but they were so wonderful. You were such a blessing, guiding me to, taking me through, verbalizing every darn detail so that I could make an educated decision, which some didn't want me to go that way. They wanted me to go the other way. But I trusted and believed in you 100%. And the process wasn't easy. Just like it was some scenes that you saw, all the bull junk that transpired on draft day. It wasn't just that. It was just I knew as well I had a surgery coming up. My sons to this day don't know what transpired. I just told them something with my foot, again, because I wanted them to focus on making the team and not focused on dad. So they really don't know. My daughters do, and this joker right here, much love to my son, Junior, who have not left my side since we found out what was taking place. not one day. He's been with me here, been with me in Texas, been with me everywhere, every day, and I've seen his handsome face. And I love you to life, son, and I thank you for everything you bring to the table. But this wasn't easy. Men, everybody, get checked out. Because if it wasn't for me getting tested for something else, they wouldn't have stumbled up on this. And make sure you get the right care, because without wonderful people like this, I probably wouldn't be sitting here today, because it grew so expeditiously, I could say. But please get yourself checked out, especially African-American men. We don't like going to the doctors. We don't like nothing to do with a doctor. You know that. So I'm not just talking to the brothers. I'm talking to my Caucasian brothers, my Hispanic brothers, my Asian brothers, my everybody, and my sisters. And that's all, y'all. Get checked out, because it could have been a whole another gathering if I had. I'm thankful. It's been a tremendous journey. It's been tough. I think I dropped 25 pounds. I was like a Atlanta Falcon Prime at one point, and just dealing with the catheter, dealing with all the stuff that I had to deal with. And right now I'm still dealing with going to the bathroom. Like, it's a whole life change. Like, I can't, and I'm gonna be transparent, I can't pee like I used to pee. It's totally different. And she not only is a blessing, but she provided other persons that have gone through what I've gone through, so that I could talk to them and get some solace and understand like what I'm facing, not just from a doctor, but from another individual. And to have been told, like, it's a totally different life. I mean, thank God. I depend on depend. If you know what I mean. I truly depend on depend. Like, I cannot control my bladder. So I get up to go to the bathroom already 4 or 5 times a night, but then I'm sitting up there waking up, like my grandson. We in the same thing, we got the same problem right now. We going through the same trials and tribulations. We're trying to see who has the heaviest bag at the end of the night. Like, it's ridiculous. But I'm making a joke out of it, but it's real. Like, it is real, it is real, it is real. So if you see porta potty on the sideline, it's real, okay? I'm just telling you right now, you're gonna see it. You're gonna see the practice, you're gonna see one, because it is unbelievable. Like, dozing off and waking up, first thing I'm grabbing my crotch to see if I peed on myself. And it's just totally different. And I know there's a lot of people out there going through what I'm going through and dealing with what I'm dealing with. And let's stop being ashamed of it. And let's deal with it. And let's deal with it head on. And there's so many other companies out there that do a wonderful job, but I'm thankful that, we have a relationship with the pen, and we're making some other products, trying to make other products that to help all of us through. But it's been tremendous. These two, Lauren came down to Texas and was there with me during it the whole way, up walking our miles in the morning, because Doc made sure you better walk, you better be active, and we did it until it was some points that I couldn't even get out of the bed for a week at a time, but she was there. I remember yelling 2 o'clock, oh, Lord, because I had 2 bags, right? Mm-hmm. One was what?
Both were urine, but one it was filled quickly. Very quickly.
Yeah, like blood and urine. It just looked bad, and I'm fishing with 2 bags. I'm trying to make life happen, and couldn't come around my team, and I wanted to be here with my team. I wanted to see the new talent that we brought in. I wanted to see them work, see them train, coach them, and I couldn't. But slowly but surely, I built myself back up to where I'm able, I'm strong, I'm ready. I'm still probably about 12 pounds down. I'm gonna get that right. I'm gonna fill these overalls up like no other. But it has been a tremendous journey, and I'm truly thankful that God is so good. God is so good. You have no idea. You have no idea how good God has been to me for me to be here. You have no idea. Thank you. Thank you both for everything. Let me add this for all you people that get upset when I start talking about the Lord. I never once through this whole journey said, God, why me? Because I would have to say, God, why being you sit me up here in front of these wonderful people? Why you give me the position of the head football coach of the prestigious university? Why you allow me to father 5 wonderful kids? Why you give me these relationships with these wonderful people? Why me, Lord? Did I have some of the things that I have? I can never say that. I can never say the other side because I'm going to have to ask that. I said, Lord, whatever it is that you're doing, let me know what it is so I could expedite the process. Because I know you got me. I've seen you have my back. I've seen you there in the midst of storms when nobody knew I was going through hell. I've seen you guide me and bring me through. Lord, I would never say why me, but let me know what I need to do so that I can help. And there's some people out there right now dealing with the same issue, are affected by that C word that we usually, when we hear that word, is normally a life sentence attached to it. But not this time. But not this time. Because God got me. And I don't take it for granted. I don't want you to take it for granted. Anybody out there, I don't want anybody to take it for granted because it's real. Everybody in this room, I guarantee you, have been affected by that C word somewhere in your life. Some parent, some friend, some loved one, somebody has been affected or infected. Some people have beat it. We have a player have beat it on our team, right? Family members have beat it. And I be darned, I think I will have a wonderful team, ain't it, Doc? We gonna beat it, ain't we?
It's beaten.
It's beaten. Amen. Constance, I thank you. I thank you. I thank you, Sarah. Thank you. I thank you, Sam. Everybody in my corner on my team. I thank you for this wonderful university, for backing me, just giving me time to heal and to come back, better than ever. Now, questions. Let's go.
Start with Ronnie.
Coach, wonderful to see you.
Wonderful to see you too, Rob.
Congratulations on the
I
great
see
news.
you've been cheating on us with the Broncos.
Well, but not today. I left
I
that.
appreciate that.
Always. A question for you, and also a question for Doc. For Doc, just curious, moving forward, what does this look like? Does anything change in regard to his day-to-day? And then, Coach, as you look through, you're talking about you never said
One
why
at a
me.
time, Rob. I
Okay.
can't remember that kind of stuff.
All right.
Day to day, I think will, for most patients, becomes just a new way of life. But outlook, very good. We'll just keep them on routine surveillance scans. Other than that, nothing else.
And help me with this pee problem.
Coach, as
You guys think I'm playing. Like, I'm too old for this.
As you look back and you said you never asked why me, you've always been this
Right.
positive person. When you look at the challenges outside of the physical challenges, kind of mentally, emotionally, what has been the biggest challenge for you in this process?
Getting people to understand that it ain't about me. It's about y'all. Everything I deal with is like a tool to reach more, to affect more, to challenge more, to love more, to give more. That's what this is about. This ain't about me. Because for me to go through this, the devil had to ask God, have you considered my servant Brian? That's Bible if you don't know. Go ahead and try it. I know he gonna praise me. I know he gonna magnify me. I know he gonna glorify me. And that's what has transpired. So I don't mind going through the afflictions I go through because I know the result. And we helping some folks today. There's some folks right now calling the doctors, scheduling checkups. There's some wives out there saying, baby, I told you. It's some whosoever wills that ain't been to see a doctor in years, but they gonna go get a checkup. Because if it could happen to Prime, baby, it could happen to you. That's what they're saying. They may not have the speed. They may not have the ability to maneuver, but they got that will to make it. That's why. Miss you, girl.
Hey, Coach, over here, sorry. Pat Graham, Associated Press. Two-parter, I'll just ask the first one first. And that's, you had a very powerful video yesterday your son put out about, planning for a will and how emotional that
Yeah.
was. Can you, going back to that moment and to this point and being cured in this announcement, could you have imagined this point and what was that journey like? And when hearing the words, hey, this is cured, what did that mean to you?
Well, first things first. You don't want to be a fool and leave and not have your business affairs in order. So, matter of fact, Lauren was there as well as my attorneys. And the funny thing is about that, you sitting up there ranking your kids again. Let me see. Shiloh deserves how much? Bossy, she left Colorado to go elsewhere. Let me see. Like you're really going through this stuff. Making sure your mama's straight. Yeah, I'm serious. You rank your kids too. I'm not the only one. So you had to deal with that and going through that. So you're straight. But the second part of that question was.
Basically, just reflecting back on from that point to this point, I mean, how, I guess, the range of emotions you experienced when you were
I'm always
cured.
positive, man. I would get upset when my body don't allow me to do the things that I want to do, and she can attest to that. I mean, you got to understand, I'm out in the morning at 7 a.m. Lauren, let's go, baby. Let's hit this walk. Let's get this walk. And I got 2 bags full of blood and urine with me walking. I'm like, let's go, because you know what? Doc told me I got to walk, right?
Yep.
And I walked with 1.3, right? At least 1.3
At
days.
least 1.3.
Yeah, so until the time that I couldn't. So I've never looked down. I'm always looking up, and I'm always trying to go get it because I want to be the best prime I could be for everybody,
And then my second part was, sorry about related to football, but you have a great coaching staff. How much have you relied on them, and how much will you rely on them this season, maybe to help out?
I don't have to rely on them. I'm back, baby. I'm back. I don't rely on them no more. I'm going to be with them. The Bible says, remember the rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Okay, so we're going to comfort one another. And I love them. We have a wonderful staff, and thank God that they're good enough that I don't have to babysit. I don't have to be there every minute too. And I know they got that. It ain't like I told them anything. I think they found out yesterday, like the team found out. They didn't know. And first of all, Constance, let me thank God for our team, Sam, our team that didn't disclose this to anyone. We did a good job. Usually you have a couple of leaks, but we were pretty good that we didn't disclose this to anyone because you guys definitely would have told it. So I'm thankful for that as well. Where's Sarah? Sarah, thank God, baby. I love you to life. Every time we go to the hospital, I hate going to the hospital, but every time we go, you're a true blessing for us, and thank you so much. I have you up under Sarah the plug in my phone. You connected to everybody. Next question.
Rylan Scholes from Ralph Report. You spoke about this at the beginning of the presser, but what kind of support have you felt from the guys on your team, both the football team and medical?
Football team didn't know. So Lauren and a few people, but our medical team, I know I keep saying it, but she is a gift from God. She really is. You have no idea the sacrifices she made to make sure I was comfortable. She does it for other patients as well, but she is a tremendous blessing, her and her family. So I'm truly thankful that you could tell when you have a doctor that care and they're invested in it. They're invested in making sure you okay to details and all the persons that I was connected to understand what I'm up against.
Adam, go ahead.
Adam, Mr. Tiger, 24/7 Sports.
How you doing, Adam?
Doing well. Lauren, I actually wanted to ask you a question. You've been with Coach Prime through his foot issues as well. What's it been like just being by his side and seeing the resiliency that he's had over the years?
Pretty amazing. He's never folded, not one time. Even when he was making a decision on what treatment route to go on, everything was for, no question, it was for his sons and for the football team. He knew his 2 things in life.
Don't forget my daughters now. I got 2 girls.
Sorry, yeah, all kids, I
They're
guess.
going to be mad. Yeah,
All 5 of them. But he's never folded nor waved, not one time. Everything is, you couldn't ask for sometimes a better patient because he wants to get up and get going right away. So it's been awesome. It's been awesome. It's been a hectic journey. It's been a lot, but there's a blessing, right, in disguise with all this. So
Hey, Coach. So glad you're doing well.
What's going on, boss?
What's going on? Doc was kind of sharing the details there of when you were kind of presented with a big decision when you found out about the cancer. Can you kind of just take us into that and why you went down the path you did?
Well, Doc, can you explain what went along with the different decisions?
Sure. Yeah. So the type of cancer he had has a very high recurrence rate, and there can be progression as well. So the options for that type of cancer is to treat it within the bladder, which would be a long series of treatments, 3 years coming down to my office, getting the treatments in the bladder, with still a 50% chance of recurrence. And so that was, when we talked, his values did not align with that. His values aligned with being there for his family and for the team, and wanted to move forward with the curative option, which was the bladder removal.
Coach, you admitted it was scary when you heard the original diagnosis. When did you realize you were going to be able to coach again? And is that the plan to coach?
I always knew I was going to coach again. I never didn't realize I was going to coach again. I was always going to coach. It was never in my spirit, in my heart, that God wouldn't allow me to coach again. That's never thought like that. You know, it's just that I didn't want to be running down to the hospital once a week when I got all this on my plate. I didn't want that. And I was even like, okay, can they bring one of the machines and put them in the office? You know, I'm serious, like dead serious. Like, can they?
We had a lot of conversations.
Give it a lot of
about it, yeah.
conversations.
Yeah.
And Doc would look at me like, he is crazy.
No.
Yes, you are. I saw it in your eyes. He is crazy. Is he like this when he coached? Yeah. But we worked it out.
Brian, go ahead.
Hey, Coach. Brian Howell, Boulder Daily Camera. I have two questions for you. First off, I mean, this whole offseason seems like it's been quite an emotional journey for you between becoming a grandfather and seeing your sons go to the NFL and all this. What's this offseason been like for you, just that emotional?
It's been wonderful. It's been a blessing. A lot of blessings comes with the luggage of tribulation and trials. But if you built for the trials, you enjoy the journey. See, most people are result type oriented people. Like, they just want the money, they want the goal, they want the dream. I love the process. I love the journey. I'm attracted to it. I'm dedicated to it. I love it. I eat and sleep and drink it. I love the journey. So understanding the journey that I've been on each year has been tremendous. And we're only in the beginning of it. And we already got one win stacked up. So I'm happy.
So along with that, that leads into my follow-up, is that yesterday you had the team meeting. You enjoyed that journey as well. How good was it for you to get back in front of your team and just be where you'd like to be?
Oh, my God, wonderful. I mean, I'm sitting up there seeing new faces. I'm seeing new body types. Swayze has done our head strength and conditioning, done a wonderful job. Some of the players, I know it, I ain't recognize them. Like, good Lord, I've been working. You know, they've been calling, DMing me, texting me. They've been staying in contact, but it's another thing to see them and just to see their faces when I'm up there speaking to them, as well as this morning, because they got a lot of things to do academically and wholeheartedly this morning that they're doing. But it was wonderful just to be back, see the new field, the new turf is unbelievable. Thank you, Rick. I mean, the new turf, you guys don't understand, like, I don't know if any of you have yards, like at your cribs, but it's something about, I don't know if it's the mist or the dew, but it gets a little slippery in the afternoons, early morning. That's what the field does. So we have a wonderful AD that wanted to eliminate that so that we can make sure we have every possibility of getting to the playoffs and having a suitable field. So that was behind the thought process.
Jake, go ahead.
Hey, Coach, good to see you again.
Good to see you.
Welcome back. Maybe more for your doctors rather than you, but what is the process of a bladder, I guess, removal, and like, what did you go through during that whole process, Coach, of, you know, having your bladder taken out in a prosthetic?
For the doctors first.
Yeah, so thanks for the question. At the University of Colorado, UC Health, we usually do the procedure robotically. So it's a laparoscopic surgery where we attach a robot to the patient and then we do all the maneuvering of the robot. And then once the bladder comes out, we also take some lymph nodes, make sure it hasn't spread, and it didn't. And then we make a new bladder for people. We use their own intestines, so they don't have to take immunosuppression. But it is a new way of life, and it is a learning curve for sure.
And you gotta understand when all that is going on, you finally wake up and you try to move, it feels like everything inside of you. I think we have clips of this stuff, we got receipts of everything. But it was dynamic, it was tough, it wasn't a cakewalk, it wasn't easy. Even using the bathroom thereafter was a challenge because they wouldn't let me leave until I used the bathroom, so thank God we got that through. Yeah, that was a fight. That was a fight. But we made it. We made it.
It was a fight.
Dog was like, yeah, it was a fight over there.
Hey, Coach, Leo Rivera with Scope of Sports.
How you doing?
There's been a lot of support from your fan base throughout this time, and the questions. Do you have a message to them and the people who outside your extended family who have been supporting you?
Love them. I appreciate them. I adore them. I don't take them for granted. I'm gonna just roll down these names real quick because I just feel compelled. Okay, Travis Hunter, Nate Newton, Michael Irvin, Redmond, Corey Fuller Hart, Pastor Keon, Pastor Dewey, Deshaun Jackson, Alfonso Williams, Rick George, Cedric Buckley, Pretty Tone is what they call it, Reginald Calhoun, Wheezy, Lil Twist, Constant, Sam, Jose, KK and Mont, Pac-Man, Jones, Big George, Sap, and Little George, Leon and Jennifer. They all came to visit. Leon and Jennifer is there every day. You have no idea what that did for me. Just to get visits. First of all, I didn't want to see anybody. I'm 180 pounds soaking wet at that time. I didn't want to see nobody. I didn't want to see nobody seeing me down, and I'm barely moving around the house, walking like Fred G. Sanford. And the G ain't for good. And it wasn't a good look, and I like to be strong and I like to be me. But I'm thankful that they came to give me love and support and to pray for me. DC Youngfly called me this morning, prayed for me. Like, he called it down for heaven. DC, I love you, boy, and I appreciate you. Let me tell you something. Randy Moss called me every other day to make sure I was straight. Randy Moss prayed for me. He and his wife told me what I need to be doing. He's gone through some things very similar, but Randy Moss, man, I love him to life, love him more than ever. I prayed, he told me he's gonna come to the game this year. I prayed that, but he gave me so much strength and so much guidance and so much love, respect and appreciation. Thank you, Randy. I really appreciate you. I really do. But there's so many people reached out, to me, DM me and text me and try to get at me. I think we changed numbers a couple of times. We got one more number change as well, so I apologize to those of you that hadn't got back to, but it's going to be another number change. I'm just letting you know. Yes.
So this is a scary diagnosis. I understand if you don't get early detection like you do, it can be as dangerous as some of the most deadly cancers.
Yes.
Can you talk, both of you, maybe a little bit about that initial fear?
Well, the initial thing you do is what we all do. We Google. And that's the wrong thing to do because they tell you you're gonna die, dog. I mean, like they pretty much say that when you Google it, and you don't want to see that mess. Whoever's doing Google, you need to change it up because that ain't the thing to look at when you're going through what I went through. Like, you got about 30 days, man. Like that's the way it seems like it's talking to you, and you don't want that. And you got to. That's why you got to rely on your faith. You got to rely on your faith and these wonderful people that's telling you the truth. I'm like, Doc, shoot it straight. Yeah, when they start turning their head to the side, it's getting ready to come. It's real. But she never falsified anything. She told me what was 100 and never said, well, you should do this and you should do that. She just explained everything to me so that I could make the decision that I felt like I needed to make for me and my family. Great question.
Couple more, Jeff.
Can the doctor address that as well?
Yes.
How scary this cancer is?
Yeah, so The bad side of this cancer is, if it does progress to the muscle, the rate of metastasis is about 50%. Only about 10% of people live 5 years, even with our current medical treatment, if it metastasized. So, very lucky to have found it at this stage where it was still, I could say the word cure, because I don't use that word lightly as a cancer doctor. And I think, there's a lot of patients where we don't have that same conversation.
So I'm thankful for the checkup, and I fight them on going to get the checkups. So I'm telling you all again, please, not just you people out there watching, but you people in here, get checkups. Please go get checkups.
Do you want to share the timeline on the checkup versus the surgery or not?
It's
How
quick.
quickly, how much time did
Go
you
ahead.
have to make that decision?
Yeah, we were in spring ball during the time. So he had the imaging beginning of spring ball or mid-spring ball. By beginning of May, we were already, the surgery was already done. So it went quick, within a month, less than a month.
Yeah.
Jeff,
Over to your right, for you and the doctor, if possible. Chip Legwell, ESPN. I've known several people, including my dad, who've had this, and they often speak of the frustration of just dealing with the day-to-day of going to the bathroom or other activities you took for granted. Did you have that frustration, anger at any point during the initial?
No, I thank God for the pen because I got help. But early on, no. Now, early on, I tried to do my own thing and order me some drawers off Amazon that was going to catch the pee at night, and they didn't do a good job. And now my housekeeper's got to come and change the sheets every day. But it's tough. But I was warned about the trials and what I'm going to have to go through. And it's a whole new lifestyle. That's pretty much how Doc explained it to me. It's a whole new lifestyle. I already have a new lifestyle. I got 8 toes, man. Like I'm sitting up here talking to you with 8 toes. Like, and half of my legs are cut out like shark bites. So I'm built for this, man. I'm built for this. I'm the gentleman standing right by you just went through some trials and tribulations, and he's standing up there looking as good as me with his hat on. So I pray for him, and I love him to life, and he's a champion to all of us. He's fought back, and now he's back on the horse, literally, and he's doing his thing.
You've kind of touched on it, but what was it like staring death in the face and dealing with the reality?
I didn't stare death in my face. I stared life in the face, man. Man, you think I'm playing when I tell you I'm God's guy. I really am. I'm allowed to go through these trials and tribulations so that I could touch and reach and bless people with my words, with the energy, with that thing that God gave me. So I never thought about no death. I had to make a will because I want to be a business. I want to be a good steward, for my kids and for my family. But no, I got too much life to be thinking about death. Too much life. I got too much life in me, and I got work to do. We had to win the third championship. You talking about death? No. God definitely ain't getting ready to take me before that.
couple more, Mark. Go ahead.
Yeah, Mark Kisla, Denver Gazette. You just touched on that, and we heard very clearly there was no doubt in your mind you were going to coach again.
Right.
But when you're taking your walk with the 2 bags or fishing with the 2 bags, how did it reaffirm, or how did you reflect on where football and coaching fits in your life and why you want to do this?
Football, the decision I made and the surgery I chose was based on not just family, it was based on football. I didn't want to be going weekly to the hospital while I know I got practices. So football is in there. My faith is number one. Football is somewhere down the line, behind family and all of that, but my faith is definitely number one. So I never second guessed that, and we're here, man. Too blessed to be stressed.
Coach, you and I have talked enough to know that where you and I both sit, we look at those opportunities for testimony, which you're certainly doing here today. What were you, or how were you communicating with your team during this time when there wasn't much information out there? What are you saying to them now about this?
I wasn't really communicating with my team much because I didn't FaceTime because, even with my kids, I think I made a mistake and FaceTime Shador one time, and he's like, "What's wrong with you?" but I didn't do it with my team, but I talked to them, and, but sometimes I would talk and my voice was really raspy, and I really, you could tell I was sick. But just the message of hope I've always exuded, just the message of I'm gonna make it, I'm gonna get through this. Well, let's just stay focused on what you got, because I'm gonna be all right. That's pretty much was my message, and I would keep in touch with the different coaches and challenge them to go to the next level. In my absence, they didn't know what was going on. They just knew it had to be something if I'm not here, because they know I love to sleep here, not just coach here.
Coach Prime, Kelly Worthman with CBS Colorado. Question perhaps for both you and the doctor. You say that this is also, you're a vessel for the message to get yourself checked, no matter who you are or where you are. But I wonder if there's things a person should be looking out for to know that they might be at risk or perhaps are in the condition that you were, Coach.
Yeah, so I am also grateful to be here to talk about bladder cancer. So bladder cancer is the 4th most common cancer in men. The early signs are usually blood in the urine. Blood in the urine in absence of infection is never normal and should always get checked out. I think people should see their primary care doctors, as Coach mentioned, to initiate that. But I think, just really making sure that you're going to your primary care doctor visits, staying well, eating well, don't smoke. Coach was never a smoker, and it's one of the people that just unfortunately got bladder cancer, but that's also something that's very heavily associated with bladder cancer.
I didn't have any signs whatsoever. I wasn't on any chart, any list for what this would obtain, to obtain bladder cancer. But it is what it is. That's why I know I'm a messenger, man. Sweetheart, I'm a messenger, just delivering a message to all. Yes, ma'am.
And to that point, what would be your message to people who might feel embarrassed or scared of what they could find if they were to go check it on their health? How would you inspire them?
Do you rather be dead? Or would you rather be here and dealing with something and being blessed to work with a wonderful doctor like this that knows she ain't no joke? Like, is I don't know if you said this, Doc, I think I might have dreamt it, but I think you said that as good as I was, you better.
I am very grateful to be part of your care team, and I do not remember saying that.
I think you said that, Doc.
No.
I think you said that. No. I don't know if I dreamt that, but I thought you said that. So I was confident.
Courtney Fromm with Fox 31. Glad you're doing okay. Question for Doc. Was there any possibility that the new bladder could be rejected by his body?
So we use people's own small intestine, so there's no chance of rejection. They don't have to take any immunosuppressants, anything like that. The bad thing with immunosuppressants is they also increase infection risk. So the natural choice is something that's already their own, and it can be formed into kind of a ball, which is the same shape as a urinary bladder. Works a little bit differently, but does the job very well.
All right, we'll close it out.
Okay, Coach Jack Harlow.
Jack Harlow, my man.
Great to see you.
You know, I missed you, dog.
I missed you too. I'm really glad that you're doing better.
There you go.
Yeah, really happy to see you again
Thank
today.
Jack is a legend, by the way.
Wonderful.
I just love your sense of humor about this whole thing. Just where does that come from, making jokes, and just how much does that kind of help the process?
There's a scripture that says God uses the foolish things to confound the wise. No symptoms, no nothing. Healthy, going in there to look at something else, you find something else. Bless me with this wonderful doctor that is better at her game than I was at mine. And I'm on assignment, man. I'm on assignment, and I'm in alignment with where I'm supposed to be. I'm not lost. I'm not here by mistake. God planted me here. Boulder, Colorado? Who would ever thought you come from Jackson State to Boulder, Colorado? That don't make sense, but I'm here. And I'm thankful. So I'm happy and elated about everything, and especially this opportunity that I have to coach these young men and to lead some of these women that are part of our organization, a part of this program. I'm so thankful to be back in Boulder. You have no idea. But I never doubted one bit that I would be. But I know it was just a matter of time. So sometimes it may not happen when you desired it to happen, but it's just a matter of time. And I'm thankful that the amount of time that God chose to keep me there in Texas to rehabilitate me, to bless me, to inspire me, to feed me with words and that spirit and that fight, and that I was going to come back here right on time, praying for my sons, praying for my daughters, praying for my team. And my team told me so many wonderful things, and they text me so many wonderful things, and they DM so many wonderful things, that I love these young men to life. And I'm thankful that God chose me to coach them and to be right here. Jack Harlow. Follow Jack Harlow. Did I say it right?
Jack, C-A-R-L.
Carlo. See, I messed it up again. Jack Carlo. We're at Jack Carlo?
Jack underscore, yeah.
Jack underscore Carlo. He needs at least 10,000 new followers. All right? At least 10,000. And stay out them DMs because they get you in trouble, dog. I'm telling you. From experience, I'm telling you. Thank you. God bless you all. Appreciate it.